for a while. Find something else to entertain him. He likes the rocks.
Okay. Alright guys, in today's video, we want to share 10 things that we have experienced here in our first year here in Mexico. Alright guys, for those of you who are new here, my name is Justin, this is my wife Jenny, and about a year ago, this January, we moved here to central Mexico, Querétaro, with our 4 children, Sophia, Solomon, Seth, and Simon.
And since January marks 1 year since we moved here to Mexico, we want to give you guys the top 10 things that are different for us here in Mexico than in the United States. Number 1, eating out. Now, when you think about eating out in the United States, you think of going to a restaurant, right? Like Chick-fil-A or the barbecue place or the McDonald's, Burger King, all those places where people usually go to. Well, even though we do have some of those restaurants here in Mexico, honestly, we don't even think about going to those places because there's so many options on the streets. In every single corner, you're gonna find tacos, you're gonna find snacks, you're gonna find tamales, you're gonna find agua frescas, you're gonna find pretty much anything you want on the streets. And that's one of the things that we actually love about Mexico. It's one of our favorite ones. That's probably why it's number 1. Because it's so easy to find food here in Mexico. You don't have to go to a restaurant, you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to park. You can just walk down the street from your house and you are gonna find something to eat. So, yep.
Alright guys, for number 2, I want to talk about brick houses. All the houses here in Mexico are made out of brick. You don't hardly ever, very rarely see some wood framed houses like you see all over the place in the US. Everybody uses wood frame, but here in Mexico everything is brick. You either have cinder block or you have regular brick, but everything is brick. And I've come to realize why, especially you have the Mexican mothers who freak out, or grandmothers who freak out when you're not wearing socks or something in the house. That's because these houses get cold. Even in the summertime, our house will be chilly on the inside just because of the brick holds in the cold weather so well, which is great during the summertime. But right now that it's winter, even though it warms up during the day, in the night it drops down to the 30s, 40s, and it gets cold, and it stays cold in the house for a good long time.
Number 3, laundry. Believe it or not, most people in Mexico don't own a dryer, and only a few people own a washer. So you literally see everyone hanging their clothes outside or on the roof or on the patio everywhere you go, especially in the lower income communities. And you also see a lot of people washing by hand or taking their clothes to a laundromat, because not everyone has the resources to buy a washer or a dryer. So that's been an experience for us, having to do a lot of our laundry by hand. And we don't own a dryer, so everything has to dry outside on the clothesline. And it's not always fun, because sometimes if it rains or it gets cold, your laundry never gets done.
Alright guys, so number 4 on our list is our gas for the house. And you're probably wondering why I'm standing in front of our water heater. Well, I'm kind of throwing that in too with the natural gas, because our water heater is gas. And between the water heater, the stove, and the oven, those are our big appliances that use the gas. But for one, it's very weird because all the hot water heaters are outside. I always, in all the houses I've seen so far, the hot water heaters are sitting outside instead of in a closet in the house. And the gas tank itself are usually on the roof. Ours is on the roof. In our complex that we live in, everybody has it on the roof. Every time we're about to run out of gas, we gotta call the gas guy, and he comes in his truck, pulls out his ladder, climbs up on the roof, fills it up.
Okay guys, so number 5 is pharmacies and prescriptions. Now, you know in the United States to get some kind of medicine, you actually have to make an appointment with your doctor, go into the office and get a prescription. Or here in Mexico, all you have to do is walk into a pharmacy And they usually have a medic who will look at you for less than $4 and he'll give you a prescription. Some of the pharmacies won't even charge. We've been to a pharmacy or two where the doctor or the medic won't charge us whatsoever as long as we get the medicine from them.
All right, guys, number 6 is gas for the cars. I don't know if you can see behind me up on the sign, but that's 19 pesos, 19.40 pesos for a liter of gas. And it takes about 4 liters for a gallon. So here in central Mexico, we pay a little more than what you might see on the border. I was just recently in Reynosa, and they're only paying like 13 pesos for a liter. But here it's pretty much $1 a liter with the exchange. And so you pay about $4 a gallon. So we're paying about the same price you pay in like California or those kind of places in the United States. So gas is actually kind of high for us, a lot higher than what we're used to paying in South Texas for sure. But the convenience of a car is also very nice to have here in Mexico.
Okay guys, so for number 7 we have grocery shopping. Now grocery shopping is different in Mexico because, is it right here? This is usually where people shop. Verdulerias, fruterias. You don't even have to go to Walmart we don't have H-E-B down here. We have other stores like Chedraui, Soriana. We have different stores, but there's so many little corner stores where you can get your fresh veggies, fresh fruit, meats, cheese, pretty much everything you want around the corner of your house. And it's so awesome because we know these guys because we come here so much, and it feels like home. When you come, you're gonna have fresh products, and you're gonna like what you're buying in a really cheap price. We have bought groceries for like a whole week for like $15, just veggies and fruits and stuff like that.
Guys, number 8 is music. When we first moved here, we heard the Beatles everywhere. Everywhere you go, everyone's listening to the Beatles. Even if they don't know English, they're singing the Beatles. We hear a lot of classic rock all over town in various places. I'm always seeing classic rock, Rolling Stones, Beatles, all that kind of stuff, t-shirts. And more recent, we've been hearing a lot of Queen, especially since that movie just came out. And so to me, that's one of the things I find really humorous, is just how much the people around here especially love classic rock.
Number 9. This one is actually funny because number 9 is brand shopping. People here in Mexico are crazy about brands. Everywhere you go, you see people wearing tops that say Gap, Old Navy, Abercrombie, Aeropostale, and I'm just like, I don't even wear those brands. Even when we were living in the US, brands didn't mean anything to us. But it seems like brands actually show your social status in Mexico. So you are gonna see brands everywhere you go. I don't even know where they shop this clothes at. We do have some of those brands here. We don't have some of those brands. So I always wonder where these people shop their clothes, where their clothes at. But it's actually something that we have noticed pretty much everywhere we go.
Guys, number 10 we want to talk about is what I call the old Mexico and modern Mexico, or old and new Mexico. There's coming from the United States, you have a lot of people who have a certain preconception about the way Mexico is. We're used to all the small village, the stuff you see portrayed in movies, and you still get a lot of that, and it's really cool and really neat. Like you can see the arcs behind me here in Querétaro, one of the landmarks here in Querétaro, the biggest landmark here in Querétaro. But there's also a very modern Mexico, and like my wife was saying earlier, they like to shop brands, they like nice cars, they like all this nice stuff, and so you get to, it's really neat because you get a very much of the old world and a lot of the new world in one place, and you can experience just two very almost distinct cultures in one country, in one place. Okay, So I'm gonna say leave a message in the comments. Leave us a message in the comments below. Mommy's gonna say subscribe if you haven't already. And Sophie's gonna say click that bell so you get notifications every time.
No, we can't still do this. And I hide in the back.
Yeah. Click that bell so you can
Notified. Do I say again?
every time we post a new video. Say it.
Every time we post a new video.
You need to say it after Sophie.
And click that bell to get notified.
Call them in.
Oh my god.
One more time.
I did.
One more time.
Come here. After I said notified. And click that bell. Oh, for goodness gracious, to get notified. And click that bell to get notified. I forgot what to say.
Every time we post a new video. Is Seth gonna have to do it?
Seth, try it.
Do you want to do it, Sethi?
Yeah, I clicked.
Seth, every time we
Let's see how
post a
to be
new
in the
video.
Mister, come here.
I know.
And click that bell to get notified.
Every time I post a new video.
Good job, Seth, dude.